Ladies and gents, Mr. Harris here. Another beautiful video for the YouTube algorithm for you guys. It's a beautiful night, Saturday night, and I wanted to make a video for Sunday without using any of the content that I have lined up. So I want to give an update on 100 coin. Initially, I made this video on for the Patreon, but I've decided to do it over. Markets are higher, things are different, so I wanted to give an update on 100 coin and some thoughts real quick. So before we get into it, let's look at the S&P 500. S&P 500 is basically at 6,400. My goodness. I'm bringing up the S&P 500. I don't really speak on stocks too much, but I wanted to show an example of organic growth over time, right? See how the S&P 500 was 350, 340, 330 in the 1990s. And after all these decades, now it's at 6,300. So imagine continuously buying in over all this time. And look how it's risen. And we see the same thing with Bitcoin. Where back in 2012, I mean, gosh damn. Back in 2012, $5, $11, $100 in 2013. I mean, look at this. This is, oh man, it sucks to think about this sometimes. It really does, because I could have been and I should have, right? But look where we're at right now. Look at where we're at over just a short period of time. This is literally, in comparison to the stock market here, right? In comparison, this is such a short, not yet. This is such a short period of time. From basically came out 2008, 2009, all the way to 2025 here. Just maybe 14, 15 years. And I have another video that I'm going to discuss why I think the government created Bitcoin. I know it's going to make a lot of people upset, but it's going to be an interesting conversation, because it's actually why you need Bitcoin, because it was created by the government and the banks. And so, yes, you definitely do need Bitcoin, but that's another video. But look where it's at. Just look where it's grown and how it's come so far over just a short period of time in comparison to the stock market. Look at how long real estate has been around. Decades, you know? This is a new emerging asset class, and most people are just missing it. Have no exposure to it. The average person. And that's why I know this is the future, because the average person is not in crypto. At least in America, the average person doesn't know about crypto. Like, I mean, the average person maybe has heard of it. They're not into it. They think it's digital internet money. And it is. It really is. But they just don't know. That leads me to 100 coin here. So I last made the video May 5th? May 13th. Well, as of May 13th, according to this video that I made back here, 100 coin taught me how to hodl. It was 409175, right? Listen, when I get more technologically savvy, I'll not be doing my videos from my phone. But 409175. Now we're at 301052. So 409175. We were at about, let's say here. We were about here. That's May. And so we've come up quite a bit. Came down, corrected. Now we're going up again. All right. To be honest, this is actually my purchase right here. I put in 250 a couple minutes ago. And so it was at 1049 and it jumped up to 1052. I think that's fire. You know, I like looking at that. But yeah, man, this is a new project, right? So why I like 100 is because it's a new concept. If everybody just held on to Bitcoin, Bitcoin would be at $1 million right now. for everybody just held on to Bitcoin. But, you know, people jump in and out. You have the volume going crazy per day because people are buying, selling, buying, selling. Look at 100. 100 forces you to hold for 100 hours, which is basically 4 days and 4 hours. You have to hold for that time frame. You can't sell it. You can't send it. You can't do anything. You have to hold it for 100 hours. And that scares most people because most people want to jump in and out of things, and most people are just reckless with their money. Like, that's not, most people are reckless with their money. And let me tell you something. There have been so many times with 100 where I'm like, I'm going to hurry up and sell. I'm like, damn, I can't sell. All right, I got to just wait. And so I wait, and I'm like, okay, I'm glad I waited because it just went back up, you know, numerous times. I would, in fact, I want to show you guys my ledger. I'm not going to show you guys my ledger, but there was a point a couple weeks or months ago where I was going to sell 100, and I had transferred it out of my ledger onto the Coinbase wallet, and the amount was $3,800 that I had transferred from my ledger to the Coinbase wallet. And then I forgot, like, damn, I can't touch it for 4 more days, but I left it I sent it to the Coinbase wallet and I left it there. And I couldn't touch it for 4 days. And then by the time the 4 days came, the price went up a bit, and I was like, you know, I'm just gonna leave it. I'm gonna leave it. And then after a few days of from initially sending it from my ledger to my Coinbase wallet, then sending it back, I sent it back to my ledger after a couple days. And so it's funny because when I sent it from my ledger to my Coinbase wallet, the amount was $3,800. When I sent it back from, let me see if I can show it to you guys real quick. Give me a second. I don't want to show too much. All right, I'll show this part. I'm trying not to show too much. All right, so it's funny because, where is it at? Down here, you can see I sent out $3,800 of 100 the 15th. And then I brought it back in. You can see here, I'm trying to tell my Bitcoin. I brought it back in on the 20th. Right here. And so I brought it back in, and I basically made $300 in that time span because I held it instead of selling it, which is funny. It was just really funny that, okay, I made $300 by not selling it. And of course it's up quite a bit. It's up quite a bit now, you know, months later. Of course I'm not gonna show what it is and stuff like that, but look at this. Look at this. $10 million market cap. Let's look at Dogecoin real quick. What does Doge do besides the fact that Elon shouted it out? Not a damn thing. Okay? Has a lot of people in it, of course. It's at 36 billion. 36 billion. And look at where 100's at. And it is funny because I say to myself, this right here, you can't see, based on the all chart, right? This is all right here. Like, this was what this was down here. Constant up and downs, but on a smaller scale of what we're seeing. Like, if you could zoom in, I don't know how to do it really, but if you could zoom in, you would see this pattern here, but on a lower scale. And imagine just holding all this time, and look what it's become. And that's why I'm in 100. I'm in 100 because I see this is at $10 million. This is at $10 million. This could definitely get to 100 million and easily $1 billion based on the potential of just holding. Don't trade it. And so it's only been out since 2023. I heard about it around here. Got in. It was on BNB. Couldn't mess with BNB because BNB is not in New York. They went to ETH. Got on the ETH. I was buying up ETH. And it's funny because I still have some money locked in my ETH that I never got to sell and transfer out. So, you know, people complaining about whatever the case they're complaining about, you ain't the only one, you know. So it is what it is. the best thing about this is that the fact that they went to AVAX. I mean, the fees, let me tell you something. The fees that I was paying on Ethereum, and I was gladly doing it too because I believed in the project. Still do. So I was in it since back then. And the fees on Ethereum was crazy. It was crazy. But I was still buying it. Still buying it. Went over to AVAX. People left. A lot of people stayed. Now it's just rebuilding. And I can't wait to see what it does over 5-10 years. I mean, look at Dogecoin. Let's see. Dogecoin. 2013. December 2013, 304. And now, boom. 24 cents. Imagine if you put in $1,000. Or every check you put in $25. Every check, over 10 years. Now imagine $100, $25, $50 over 10 years. I mean, I look forward to seeing what it could be. I'm not telling you what to do with your money. I could really care less. Because Bitcoin is going to do its thing. It's always done its thing. People have counted it out, said it's going to go to zero. It's at $118,000 right now. $118,000. We'll see what this project does, and I'm gonna keep y'all posted. I'm gonna keep posting about it every couple months. See what it does. That's all. Because you have to take risks. If you think you're gonna play it safe in your savings account, if you think you're gonna hold on, my client right now, she has about $250 in her account. She's never had $250 in her account. $250K. I ain't saying $250. $250,000. She don't know what to do with that money. And I'm not suggesting putting all of it in a crypto or anything. I told her to put it in 5 different places. I said 50K in cash, 50K in gold and silver, 50K in the stocks, 50K in crypto, and 50K in real estate. If you don't know what to do with it, just put it across the board. But a lot of people are trying to play it safe, and things are changing dramatically. You can't play it safe. You have to take risk. You have to do things a little bit different. If you don't already have a pension, which, I mean, depending upon a pension, you're crazy. But if you don't already have a pension after working for 20 years, if you didn't already build up $1 million portfolio in the stock market over 5, 10, 20 years, if you're gonna try to play it slow in 30, 40. I mean, everybody can do what they want. I'm not trying to tell anybody what to do. I'm just saying you got to think outside the box. And I think this is one of these possibilities that could be outside the box. I mean, we all heard of the story with the Dogecoin millionaire. There's plenty of Bitcoin millionaires out here. Possibility of 100 millionaire. 100 millionaire. So my goal with 100 is definitely to put in 10,000 this year. Like, I'm at 5. I want to put in 10,000 into 100 alone. Not including Bitcoin or whatever else, just in this, and let it ride. Let it ride and just see what happens. I'm still going to go to work. Still going to sell houses. Still going to make these sales. But just see what happens with this. So, keep your eye on this. Before we was at 4 zeros, 9175. Yep, 9175. Around May 14th. Definitely made some money since then. Y'all stay tuned. Later.